just want to let y'all know that I'm a very anxious camper. For us, when we are able to go camping, it's usually last minute. Welcome to our dining room. Did I clear off this one single spot and push all the clutter out of view where you can't see it? Yes, I did. You can tell that we are not inside of the Wayfinder. It is 9 o'clock at night, and earlier this week I recorded some screen recordings of what state parks were available for this weekend.
Flashback.
So let's search for some state parks and their availability this weekend. Let's look at Florida and Georgia. Those are the state parks that we would typically go to on a weekend trip. And the first thing we're gonna do when we're trying to snag a reservation for the upcoming weekend is actually to go check the state park website to see, you know, are there any safety updates? Is it going to tell me all the bathhouses are closed because of COVID? All of that good stuff. So always check the main page, see if there are any notable banners or notifications, things like that. We'll go over to camping and lodging, and I encourage you, if you are trying to get into a reservation for your state park system, to go and look at the reservation information and find out what their cancellation policy is. So for Florida state parks, they use the Reserve America system. Georgia State Parks, and I'm sure many other park systems, use Reserve America. Each state park system has their own cancellation policy. So I'm going to go to reserve information first. Let's find out what Florida's cancellation policy is. They have a ton of information on this page. Cancellation policy is going to be buried all the way at the end. Canceling reservations. Visitors may cancel family, campsite, and cabin reservations by calling, or you can go online, blah, blah, blah. So essentially this is saying that you will incur a fee unless you cancel within 24 hours of actually booking it. But if you cancel on the day of arrival, you'll miss out on the fee and the first night's use. So you want to cancel at least one day prior to your day of arrival. So like 24 hours before you get there. Cancel so you don't lose out on your first night plus $17.75, right? For our advantage, we are going to check a day before we want to arrive and see if any new parks and new availability has opened up so that we can snag a last minute reservation at a state park. For comparison's sake, let's go see what reservations are available for Florida right now. We're gonna get to the Reserve America site, which happens to be linked right here. And let's see, we're gonna look for RV sites. There are other sites you can pick here. RV sites, we'll say our arrival date is Friday, and that will stay for 2 days. Friday night, Saturday night, come back home on Sunday. That's typical for us weekend camping. We have regular 9 to 5 Monday through Friday jobs. Sometimes Ben works on weekends. So if we can get away for a weekend, we usually leave on a Friday after work, come back home on Sunday, do some laundry, and get ready for a work and school day on Mondays. Here is the availability at the Florida State Parks for this coming weekend. We are looking at this. It's Monday, April 19th at almost 8 o'clock at night. We've got a couple of them here. Highlands Hammock is always on here. When you're looking at this, the destination marker here on the side, if it is a blue, it means that this state park has availability. Right here, it says RV or tent, and then it has a number in the parenthesis. This is telling you it has one RV or tent site with availability. And then if you were interested in this park, you could click book sites and it will take you to a map, and you can zoom in. There's that one site that is available for them. When you click on it, you can see details. They'll show you pictures if pictures are available. And let's go back though. There is no availability here. So we have 7 parks with availability. Oh, look, this one has 4 horse sites available, so that's not really helpful for us. Paynes Prairie, I think this is the state park in Florida that has a herd of bison, so we might have to check this one out. If you've been to Paynes Prairie, let us know down in the comments. Was it cool? Did you see any unique wildlife there? So we've got only 7 parks here in Florida that are available this weekend. So not a whole lot to work with here, but we will check back on Thursday, you know, that 24-hour, the day before someone would arrive so that they get most of their fees back. We'll check back then and see if any sites have become available. Let's check Georgia State Parks as well. Let's see what their reservation policy is, their main site. All right, let's click on reservations and let's find out what their cancellation policy is and see if it's any different from Florida. So reservation policies. Oh, cancellation. They have theirs up in front and center. Florida's was buried at the bottom. In Georgia, you have to let them know you are going to cancel at least 3 days prior to your arrival date. You will still incur a $10 cancellation fee, which is less than the Florida State Parks, but they give you a smaller window to cancel. So let's see, if we wanted to stay on Friday, what does that mean? Somebody would have to cancel by tomorrow? Is that 3 days? Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. I guess that'd be 3 days. Okay, so we'll check back tomorrow and see if anybody's canceled. But let's see what they have available now. Let's go back to reservations. And we're gonna search by camping and lodging, RV sites. Let's see what the availability is for, again, this weekend. Starting on Friday, staying 2 nights. Search. All right, we've got a couple here. Oh, see, this one is an equestrian site. They have a lot of equestrian sites. I don't know, we're pretty new to RV camping. Could a regular RV stay in an equestrian site? I feel like that would be pretty rude. I don't know. I don't think I'd chance it. Maybe that's a thing. Let us know in the comments. Is it normal for a regular RV to stay in an equestrian site? Or am I right? Is that just not something we should do? We are looking at Georgia State Parks. They have a couple on here. A few more than... Oh, see, I was just on here maybe 30 minutes ago. Somebody canceled for Tallulah Gorge this weekend. They have 1 campsite available. Here's another one with those equestrian sites at Watson Mill. Now these other ones here that don't have they say availability details, and they don't have the button to search for next available date. I think what that means is that they have like partial availability. In other words, they aren't available Friday night, but they might be available Saturday night and Sunday, or they are available, you know, for a few nights out of your requested days. So let's go back and count how many Georgia State Parks have availability. Count the ones with equestrian we did for Florida. And I cannot believe Tallulah popped up on here. 10. And even with, okay, the Tallulah one totally blows my mind. I feel like, especially right now during summer, this is a popular park. And I was literally just on this site 30 minutes ago, and this was not on here. So already, I've proven a point. If you are stalking the Reserve America site and you do not see availability for a park that you want, keep checking the week of, because people are canceling, you know, that 3 days prior to arrival date just to get out of paying the first night's fee. We're gonna check back at the end of the week here, and I will share with you our results. I think we had 7 Florida state parks that had availability, and what did we say, like 9 or 10 Georgia state parks? I'll be back in a few days to check the site and see what's going on and see if any new sites pop up, new availability.
The next day.
It's now Tuesday at about 6 o'clock, and we are going to go back on the Georgia State Park reservation site and see if any new availability has popped up. Same parameters, arrival on Friday the 23rd, staying for 2 days, RV site. Let's search. I think we had like 10 parks yesterday. Oh, look. Cloudland Canyon, which I've heard such great things about. This wasn't here yesterday. They have 1 electric campsite open. Dames Ferry wasn't there. FD Roosevelt's a great park. It wasn't there yesterday. So look at all this new availability that popped up that was not here just yesterday. This is the advantage of stalking the Reserve America site. So that looks like that's about it, but that's way more than what we had yesterday. How many do we have on this page? 22. So almost double the amount of parks that were available just yesterday. I just about forgot about it. Now that it's 9 o'clock and I've realized, oh, we have to check in on Florida State Parks, here we are. Previously in this video, you will have seen where we checked on Monday and we had 7 Florida State Parks, I think, and like 10-ish Georgia State Parks. And then we also checked on the cancellation policies for both of those state park systems. It is the night before we would go camping. It's a Thursday night, and to say that I have anxiety about booking a reservation for a campsite is an understatement. I have fear of missing out. I have anxiety about booking the wrong spot. What if we're too close to the neighbor? What if it's a terrible campground and it's all on me because I booked it at the last minute?
So we are on the Florida State Park site. Let's go back to where we were before, which is Reserve America. Oh, and I will show you, while that's loading, that it is indeed Thursday, April 22nd at 9:04 p.m.
Because I forgot to look at this again.
let's put in the same parameters we've had before. This is how I would typically book our campsite, is the Thursday before, and then the next day, that Friday, we would arrive at a campsite. So, all right, we've got a few in here. Some of these I've never heard of before. Oh, Topsail, I think, is a pretty good one. All right, so we've got a couple. Let's see how many we have here. So we got 8 this go around, where I think we had 7 on Monday, and I don't remember any of them being like great campsites or great campgrounds or state parks. This Topsail, I think, is out at the beach in the Panhandle. I don't know, let's see. They have 11 sites available. Oh, they have a lot. Now I want to know where it is. Google Maps. Am I right? Am I right? Yeah, it's in the Panhandle. So that would be a really cool one, probably. I've been to Grayton Beach before. That's really cool. I think like this is the Santa Rosa area. Yes, I have stayed right here before, and the water here is so pretty. Look at that picture. Okay, so Topsail would probably be a really great campground to stay at. They have like 11 sites available for the day before. That's awesome. We've got a couple to choose from. Not quite as many, but again, these might look more appealing than the ones we had available on Monday. I still encourage you to check out those cancellation policies for your state park system, and then keep checking in. Don't be discouraged if you're a planner like me and a month ahead of time there's no availability. Just keep checking up until like the day before you would like to camp, if you have the luxury of, you know, planning at the last minute and not being an anxious camper like I am. We do what we have to do to get out there on the campground, don't we? All right, so let's look at Georgia just for, you know, giggles at this point. We did look at Georgia on Monday and again on Tuesday, and they had a ton of things open up on Tuesday. So let's just see what else is there. Cloudland Canyon's still available. This looks about the same availability that we saw on Tuesday. 20 sites there, 20 state parks. There's Tallulah again. I want to go so bad, guys.
All right, so again, I encourage you to keep on those Reserve America sites. Don't give up on your state park. If you can't find the park that you want, or that doesn't have availability while you're looking, if you're planning it out months in advance, just keep checking. You might stumble upon something else that's awesome.